This is the Wealth Management Strategies video training. So to get to it, we're just going to click right here on the strategies, and it'll bring us right to this menu here. You will see in this menu that there's a number of items going on here. Here, if you want to go ahead and put in whether it be retirement, college, or other, and down below you can see I already have a couple of them loaded already. If you want to do it for your son, which in this case was done, you can go ahead and put it in here. Let's say you did it when they were born, so in 18 years later they're going to graduate. You can come in here and you can put in all the appreciation, vacancy, and everything. And this is what you bought it for, because what you can do is once you do the analysis, you just come in here and you can pop it down here as far as from your analysis. You don't have to factor in all this data. And then what it does, it actually shows you this is what it is today, and this is what it's going to be in 18 years. Okay, so basically the rental rate is starting at $1,350, and it'll be $2,600 in 18 years based on this rent increase of 4% a year. Now, down at the bottom here, what you can do is you can come in here and you can see what your costs are going to be, because even after it's paid off, you're still going to have taxes, you're still going to have management fees, et cetera, et cetera. So in this case, though, your net annual income, as far as on this, is going to be around $21,000 a year, okay, or about $1,700 a month. So if they were going to go to school, you could either use the cash flow to fund their schooling, or you can see here where we bought the property for $150,000. It went up $142,000, so now the house is worth $292,000. You could sell the house, and you got enough money there to go ahead and fund them for the schooling. Now, if you ever want to go back and look at the analysis, all you have to do is you click on here on the analysis, and it brings you right back into the analysis itself. So it makes it very, very easy to go ahead and navigate, you know, as far as in this program. Now, so with that said, what we're going to do now is we're going to come back here, and I want to go ahead and create, we're going to put just another retirement, and over here we'll just put number 2. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and create a new strategy, okay? And in doing that, we will go ahead and put the number 2 in here, and we will be able to go ahead and see exactly how this is going to operate. Okay, so we have number 2 here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, and we'll just put in here, we'll put in John's retirement. Okay, and over here we're going to say the appreciation rate over the next 20 years is going to be 5%. The vacancy is going to be 3. It's in 20 years he wants to retire. The operating expenses are going to increase about 2 to 3% a year, and the rent increases are going to be about 4%. Okay, so once we have that, we can go ahead and hit save. And then what we can do is we can come in here, because we bought some properties, but now we want to go ahead and roll this out as far as in terms of what if. And you can even do this on properties they don't own if you want to. Enable your client to be able to see what is the end game. If I do this with you, this plan of buying 4, 5, or 10 properties, or even 2, you know, what's this thing going to look like in 20 years? So I can come in here and I can go ahead and select. So let's say one of the properties I select here is on York. So I come in here, I just hit add, and the computer automatically pulls all the information, today's, you know, items that we have in the analysis, and then what it does is it projects it out 20 years. So as it was on the college that I just went over there, it works the same way on this here, and it shows what it's worth. So as far as down the road here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to build this out. So let's say we're going to take this property, and we're going to pick another one here, and we're going to put this in the portfolio, and we're going to pick another one here as far as on Myers here. We'll put this in the portfolio, and we're going to take one more here. We'll take this one on Blossom. Okay? So basically what we have now is we have all these 4 properties, and in this scenario, we're basically saying to them, we have all the properties bought. These are our loans on the property. This is what they're renting for. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start paying these properties off. You know, basically how this works is as the rents increase on all these properties, what you're going to do is you're going to take all the rent increases, and we're going to start to pay additional principal on the first property. As soon as it's paid off, then we'll take the extra income from the first property and the rent increases on all four, and we'll start paying down the Moreland property here, and so on and so forth, okay? And that'll help expedite as far as their retirement. So basically, if we start here with these four properties, okay, in what we call a perfect world, and we bought them all for these prices, so we bought them, we're $650,000 a day, we're saying that in 20 years, that they will go up a total combined of $992,000. So in this case, John's going to own four properties free and clear worth $1.6 million, and his income is going to be $97,000 a year net, because we're taking the rents, we're still paying the taxes, the management fees and everything, the maintenance costs, and he's going to net almost $100,000 a year or $8,000 a month, plus he's now sitting with four properties free and clear worth $1.6 million. And anytime that you want to see the analysis on any one of these, you can just click on it and see the analysis, and then you can come back as far as to the screen here. So now this here is saved. We're going to save this here, all right? And if we want to go ahead and see what it would look like as far as if we want to do a print, we can hit View Print, okay? And we're going to be able to see as far as what the printing looks like as far as on the. So you can see here, we have it up here, the retirement is John's. This is kind of a second scenario, and this is the years and the vacancy, what our projections were here. And this nicely lays it out as far as what it's going to look like as far as, at the end of the 20-year period. And you can see here, it puts it in blue here, the almost $97,000 a year and $1.6 million as far as in net equity as far as on the property, because all the properties are now free and clear. So this here will conclude as far as our training on the wealth management strategy.